We're not creative enough, and we're not positive enough.
It's coming home.
No.
Hello guys, welcome back to another video, and in today's video I'm going to be discussing why England could win the World Cup. You see, the key word there is could. I'm not saying we're going to win the World Cup, or we should. The word I'm using is could. So before you like, oh, we're not going to win the World Cup, then just listen to the video, because your comments can be so redundant if you don't actually listen to the video. So let's get into it. We're going to be talking about a few points. Yeah, let's just sit and talk and hopefully cause a debate in the comments. I want to know your thoughts on this as well. Chilled video, different video, but I want to start getting into a habit of uploading 3 times a week. Saturday obviously for an away day, Tuesday which would either be a bonus away day or an upload like this, and then a Thursday as well. So hopefully you like it. More effort's going to be put in, because people are accusing me of no effort, but I'm trying my hardest. So I'm trying my hardest. Also, England-Slovakia is currently on over there. It's 1-1 at the moment, and I was making this video all day. I was even going to make it when we were 1-0 down. The result of this game isn't relevant to it, unless of course we lose, because then we might not make it to the World Cup, and then this will just look even more stupid. But basically, yeah, point number 1 is international football is just bonkers. Like, genuinely, it's just mental, and like anyone can agree that. Like the loss against Iceland for us wasn't expected. I get that it was us, and it doesn't really play into my point that I'm making now, but international football is so crazy. Luxembourg drew 0-0 away at France, and that is just craziness. And international football is genuinely a stage and a platform where anything can happen. Yeah, so why in a game where anything can happen, can anything not happen? Especially with a team, we're in the box. As I was saying though, if you look at our squad, it's got talent there. It's talent that doesn't really perform too well for England. I don't know whether it's the system that hinders it, but Dele Alli, just for England, I don't know what it is. He's just not there. But if you look at someone like Marcus Rashford, he's got another year or another season to develop before he get there. And Harry Kane is just, if you look at Harry Kane, who is someone that is quite clearly on the cusp of being a world-class striker. I don't really know if there's an out-and-out striker in the world right now who plays a similar style to him that you could say is better than him. That might change. It might be, stuff could change the season. Obviously, he's at Wembley for a season. But if you look at someone like Harry Kane, you look at someone like Marcus Rashford, the talent that Rashford clearly has, it's exciting. And someone like Sterling and Oxlade-Chamberlain are only going to play more games this season. They're not world beaters, but there was talk when Sterling moved to Man City initially that he could be. We have players that are good enough to do something and to put in a stellar performance at the World Cup. And if you look at, I'm going to use Portugal example onto point 2. It's like the Sky Sports thing is like clock. Portugal had Ronaldo, but other than that, the squad wasn't considered, like, no one really put them down as a favourite, and especially the way they did it, they drew every game until beating Wales, and then they even drew the final, then won it in extra time. Like, it's just so weird. Like, a player like Adair that is just not a great footballer, to go and do that at that level was just mental. And we can have someone like that, we can do something like that. It's just about the spirit. If you look at Northern Ireland, how good they gel as a team, the performances they beat, they're never like favourites to win like most games they play Northern Ireland up, but because of the cohesion they have, like Costa Rica and Chile, teams like that, if we have that, somehow by next year we could win the World Cup. And it's all about finding, there's so many factors in the line. I know there's like a really high chance we're not going to win the World Cup. There's a really high chance we won't even get out of our group because of how I've got so many problems with the appointment of Gareth Southgate. I've got so many problems with the national setup, don't get me wrong.
That was exhilarating, wasn't it?
Darren. And by no means am I saying we should. I need to make that, yeah. I'm saying that we're very much, probably about 8th favourite to win the World Cup. And that might even be a push.
United States, Canada, Mexico, Panama, Haiti, Jamaica, Peru, Republic Dominican, Cuba, Caribbean, Greenland, El Salvador, too, Puerto Rico, Colombia, Venezuela, Honduras, Guyana, and still Guatemala, Bolivia, then Argentina, and Ecuador, Chile, Brazil.
But you need to look at the factors of the fact that these players are good enough as a squad to at least get to a semi-final. And once you're at a semi-final, obviously it's international football. Anyone can beat anyone. And I know it's hard to try and make these points and put them across after how dire Euro 2016 was and how negative and maybe like just boring the appointment of Gareth Southgate is. And who knows what position and how optimistic we'd all be right now if Sam Allardyce would have stayed in charge. But you can't stay with that mindset, because if you do, then you just football isn't a game of, well, football is a big game of what ifs, but what ifs are just not relevant to any argument. And And it is genuinely my opinion that in a tournament setup, just anyone can beat anyone, and that's the beauty of it. And I'm saying we could win the World Cup because we have players to win us games. We have Harry Kane, who is arguably, very arguably world class. We have Dele Alli, who on his day is world class, not there yet, and for England certainly nowhere near that. Jordan Henderson is, you know, I think everyone knows the point I'm trying to make. We could do this. And on to point 3, we have the support, we have the back in there. Of just, wait a minute, we nearly scored again. We didn't score. We might not be going to Russia as I'm making this video. It's still 1-1, and I still have a Lego haircut. What's changed? But no, seriously, like, the support we have as a nation, just like, everyone comes together for a World Cup. They might even admit it. People that don't like football, everyone comes together. It's probably the same for other nations, but it's just not, there's something about England in world football that I think everyone can agree with, that it's just so special. Like, it means everything to us to win that second World Cup. Like, we bang on about the time we got to the semi-finals. We had a parade for them getting to the semi-finals of the World Cup, and it's just like, we are the most expectant country in the world. Hence why I'm making this video, because if we were like Bulgaria or the same squad as this, like the exact same quality players, then there wouldn't be this talk. But naturally there's going to be so much slanderous comments towards the national team before the tournament even starts, writing us off before it even starts, and maybe rightfully so. But you have to look at the mindset, the fact that we could do this, and if you don't go into the tournament of a tournament setup, like, I'm sure if you were an under 9 footballer, we weren't very good, but we went into every game like thinking we're going to win this 7-a-side tournament here, because it's a tournament setup, and you have to go into it thinking and believing you can do it. We're in the box. We keep missing chances. Not supporting the point, but you have to set up for a tournament and believe you can win it, and I believe we could. There's so many favourites that are better than us. There's Spain, Germany, Italy, France.
Costa Rica, Belize, Nicaragua, Bermuda, Bahamas, Tobago, San Juan, Paraguay, Uruguay, Suriname, and French Guiana, Barbados, and Guam.
And even France drew 0 to Luxembourg, and they've arguably got the best squad in the world, the best squad depth in the world for sure. And do you literally see the points I'm making? Like, it's just all about relative. It's all relative, and it's all about what ifs, and it's all hypothetical, but we could. And that's the point I'm trying to make. And I want to know what you guys think of this, because I know a lot of people are going to misinterpret what I'm saying. Misinterpret, is that a word? They're going to misinterpret what I'm saying, and they're going to think that I'm saying that we are going to win the World Cup, and we should, because I'm definitely not. But I'm saying we could, and people before we even get that will get knocked out in the group stages. Like, you don't know that. And we're definitely not getting a group as hard as last time. So you need to just be more optimistic, I think. And yeah, I'll see you on Thursday for like a really like different video that's going to be really fun. I've already recorded it with Jody, and it's like just a really fun video, and like, it's not an away day, but the away day on Saturday is going to be the Football League. And then after that, we've got 2 away days coming next week. But yeah, leave a like if you enjoyed the video, leave a comment on your thoughts, I'm going to reply to all comments, and hopefully get a bit of a debate on the video. Yeah, I like to think this is a video that really did raise some interesting points, and, you know, bye. Look at this for a slide transition. Oh, that is edgy. Oh, I'm going to do this.